Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Star Wars films, and in particular, what is actually my favorite Star Wars film. Um, like I told you in the past, my favorite Star Wars film is. But first, before we get into that, we got to know about all the other Star Wars films as well. So this is going to be the tier list. I already had it made. All-time fave, great, good, okay, mid, and didn't care. Without further ado, make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and let's get into this. So the first film we're going to start off with is A New Hope. This one came out in 1977. This one is an all-time favorite of mine. This is the OG trilogy. This is the film that actually got me into Star Wars. A lot of people, they start off like, prequel trilogy. I started off with the OG trilogy, and this is the first film that I actually watched, and after watching this, I just wanted more. So this was definitely an awesome watch. Episode 2 was also a all-time favorite of mine, as I actually have the poster right there. So all-time fave, I really did enjoy this one as well, although I'd probably put this in front of A New Hope, but they're both an all-time fave. Star Wars Rebels. This one is a Disney product. This was a Dave Filoni project. You got Chopper, you got Ezra, you got Kanan, you got all of them. I'd set them as okay. This is an okay series, not as good as Clone Wars. You'll see in just a second. I'll rank it, but this is not as good as Clone Wars. But it was okay. It's good for. Maybe a one-time watch, maybe a 2-time watch, but after that, the animation, it's just something they had to get used to, especially when they did the lightsaber duels. When they were doing lightsaber duels, it seemed like the lighting was a bit dim when they were doing that. I don't know. The Star Wars Resistance, I didn't care. This was supposed to be taking place in between, I believe, episode 7 to 8, I think. Episode 7 and 8. So this ran for 2 seasons, I believe, 3 seasons, not quite too sure, but it was canceled further after. I think this took place in between episode 7 and episode 8. But this was I didn't really care for this one. We actually have Return of the Jedi here. This one was a great film. This one I really did enjoy. Actually, I think I probably put it as an all-time favorite because it was a great conclusion to the original trilogy. So, this was a good one. The Return of the Jedi was awesome. I really did enjoy that. So, Revenge of the Sith. For what it was, you can probably get some good memes out of that. I'll set it as for great for now. It's debatable. It really is. It is one of the, I guess, all-time faves because it has an epic duel in it and it has those great memes in it. But honestly, it's the first 2 films that came before that. That's what makes this 3rd chapter great. It's Anakin's journey from being a Padawan to becoming the Dark Lord of the Sith. If you just watch episode 3 right away without getting the context, without getting the first 2 films first, or watching the first 2 films first, you wouldn't understand it. That's why I put episode 2, because episode 2 is the real reason where he went to the dark side, because he with everything was Smee, killing the Tuscans. That's what led him to the dark side. That's the beginning of it. So without episode 2, episode 3 wouldn't be as great without the first 2 films ahead of it. So I'm setting episode 3 as great, although I wouldn't argue with people who would set it as an all-time fave. But episode 3 was good. I did enjoy that. Rogue One is definitely by far one of the first standalones from Disney product. This was surprisingly well. I really enjoyed that, especially that last act that led up to A New Hope. That was fantastic. So great film. Solo was, I guess, debatable. It was good. It wasn't okay. It wasn't great. It was good. It had its moments, but about halfway through production, I think the director got kicked out, and another director came in and finished the script. So it felt not rushed, but it felt chopped. If you can say that it is, but it was okay. I did enjoy that, and I we do understand how he made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs in this one. So, Clone Wars was awesome. This was the OG, so this was grew up watching this one. Great, I really enjoyed that. I'll put that behind episode 3. So, all right, next we have the Clone Wars. This one was a great conclusion to the, I guess, to the other 6 seasons. So, this one, I think, honestly, would probably put it as an all-time fave. I actually watched the Clone Wars Season 7 several times, actually. I guess the first portion was, the first episode was good. It was a Bad Batch. That was the Season 7, Episode 1 title. That was good. The other ones kind of felt filler, but it was the last 4 episodes that was awesome. That was awesome. That just tied everything into episode 3, and that just made like a full circle moment. That was awesome. I really did enjoy that. Next up, we have Empire. This one, honestly, I'd probably put as okay. Well, not okay. I'll probably said it's good, great. It was a great film. I wouldn't set it as like an all-time fave, but definitely had its moments. I really did enjoy this one. The iconic snow speeder chase scene to heading to Cloud City to Luke training Dagobah. This was a good film. I saw this film in theaters, in IMAX for the first time. I honestly, for a new trilogy, before they were heading in the direction that they were heading, this film I would actually say was good. I enjoyed this. This was actually surprisingly better than Solo, if I actually would rank it back then. This was a good start to the franchise and the path that they were planning to take, or prior, before all of the garbage that came out after. This film was a good start to a trilogy. Although it did have the death of Han in it, which kind of was a bit upsetting, I would still rank this higher than Solo. Honestly, did not care at all for The Last Jedi. It was mostly in space. Got to see Crate. That was kind of cool. But the overall concept and Rian Johnson killing off Luke and just the overall story just felt, distasteful. Okay, if we're comparing the first Mandalorian season, that was awesome. The second one was good. The third one was kind of lackluster, but overall, if I ranked like 3 seasons, I'd probably set the Mandalorian as good. But the last season kind of, season 3 kind of, took it out. But if we are referring to the first season, I would probably set it as an all-time fave, but I'm going to be ranking all 3 seasons in this one. So overall, the whole Mandalorian, I guess 3-season trilogy, chapters, whatever, I've said it's good. I am looking forward to the film, though. Episode 1, Phantom Menace. This one's got to be one of the better film, not best films. I mean, it's debatable what they did with Jar Jar and stuff, but honestly, I think I would probably set that as great. Jar Jar was annoying in this one, gotta say, but the duel at the end, I made it up. That was awesome. Rise of Skywalker. This one, honestly, I think it's probably worse than, didn't care. I guess it was mid. Rian Johnson did what he could. Not Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson destroyed Star Wars. No, it was J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams did what he could. Rian Johnson just came in and obliterate Star Wars with Episode 8. J.J. Abrams came in with what he had and tried to fix what Rian Johnson broke, which I do, understand. So he tried to complete full circle, but what they did with somehow Palpatine returned. I mean, seriously. So this was mid. There you guys have it. That is my full rankings of all of the Star Wars projects that came from Disney, Lucasfilm, all that. All-time favorite is Episode 2. Rogue One is a solid second, but it's definitely still an all-time fave. A New Hope is what got me into Star Wars. Return of the Jedi was a great conclusion to the original trilogy, and the Season 7 Clone Wars was by far peak by my standards. Next up, we actually have the great, one of the top great ones is Episode 3. It was great. It was a good time. Followed by that was the Clone Wars, because I, again, grew up watching animation, and that was awesome. Empire Strikes Back comes in the close second. Still, overall, great story. And Episode 1 with that last act duel scene. Yes, Jar Jar was annoying, but overall, Episode 1 was a great film. Next up, we have good. Saw Force Awakens in theaters, IMAX. For a new trilogy, I thought it was going to be, heading to the right direction and stuff. Thought it was a good start to the trilogy. Solo Star Wars Story was coming in solid second place for good. This one was, I wouldn't say lackluster, but this was definitely, missing something. No Jedi or anything, no C-3PO nor R2-D2, but overall, it definitely tied in what happened to Han before the events of New Hope. Mandalorian, again, this is debatable if we're actually, collecting Season 1. Season 1 was an all-time fave, but if we're going to be collecting all 3 seasons of Mandalorian, I would probably set it as good, although the last season was, debatable. The Mandalorian and Grogu movie that's going to be coming out in May, I am actually going to be looking forward to that, so very much so. Star Wars Rebels is an okay show. For the time, I guess I wasn't into Star Wars Rebels as I was in the Clone Wars, and yes, Dave Filoni, I guess, directed or helped produce both films, or not both films, but both projects, but Star Wars Rebels is okay. It's okay. It's probably worth a watch, maybe a second time, but for me, it was worth watch just the first time, so. We have The Rise of Skywalker. I know that Rian Johnson ruined Star Wars with The Last Jedi, but with what J.J. Abrams had, he did what he could. And for a film, that was trying to, complete the whole Skywalker saga, it did what it could, I guess, even if it meant that they brought back Palpatine. The films that I didn't care at all, well, films and projects, Resistance, honestly, is a show that's, watch once, ran for 2 seasons, canceled, not interested after that. The animation was okay, but overall, eh. And of course, The Last Jedi being the absolute worst. There was some pretty cool scenes in that, but what they did with Luke Skywalker, what they did with, what they did with Leia, throwing her into space, killing off Admiral Akbar, and then she somehow uses the Force to get back into the shuttle. For Pete's sake, kill off Admiral Akbar, and then brought in Admiral Holdo, which meant no purpose at all to the story. She wasn't even seen in The Force Awakens, So there you guys have it. That is my full rankings of all the Star Wars films. Thank you so much for sitting tuned and watching, and if you want more, I'll definitely make more, so I'll see you guys later.